Hello everyone. Today we're going to go ahead and do part of our three-part drill. So we're going to do our letter cards and then we're going to go ahead and do our blending. Okay? It's going to be really important that you participate at home. So don't just watch the video. Make sure you're following along just as if you were in class. Remember, when you're in class, I like when you speak nice and clearly, and when we get to our vowels, you show me our signal for them. So watch. Let's review our vowels. A says ah. Because remember, when we say ah, our chin drops down. Ah. O says ah. Our mouth makes a circle. Ah. I says I. Because our nose kind of scrunches when we say I. And the one we most recently learned, U says ugh. And it's kind of like we're getting punched in the stomach, but not too hard because we don't want to get too silly. So U says ugh. So I'm going to mix these in, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our letter cards. Ready? P says P. D says D. T says T. N says N. U says I'm going to go ahead and put U back in so we can get some extra practice with that one. B says B. G says G. M says M. D says D. T says T. B says B. Z says Z. I says I. L says O. P says P. V says V. H says H. C says K. U says O says ah. Y says Y. F says F. S says S. A says ah. J says J. G says G. N says N. K says K. X says X. R says R. W says W. M says M. So I'm hoping that you followed along with that part, because next we're going to be moving on to our blending. I'm going to put this up here and let's get all situated. And we are only going to use our vowel U because that's the one that we most recently learned. So again, make sure you are following along at home and actually trying to read these words out loud so you can get some practice. So I'll point, give you a chance, I'll point to each letter, I'll blend it, and then I'll do it out loud for you. So that way you can check to see if you read it correctly. Ready? So that should have been T, P, tup. Let me do a few examples for you and then you can practice. D, dup. D, d, dud. B, d, bud. Ooh, and I'm going to give that one a thumbs up. Remember, we give a thumbs up whenever it's a real word. So the word bud is another word for a friend. So we could say, they're my best bud. We might also use the word bud when talking about a flower about to come up. And since it's springtime, there are a lot of buds on trees. Now I'm going to have you try. I'm going to point, you're going to read the word, and then I'll give you the answer and you can check your work. Ready? Watch me. Z, d, zud. How'd you do? Watch me. U, d, lud. D, pud. D, vud. T, vut. T, hut. And I'm hoping you guys gave a thumbs up on that one. Remember, a hut is like a small house. T, cut. Like, I need to get my hair cut. We use scissors to cut paper. Y, t, yut. Y, n, yun. N, fun. Reading together is really fun. S, n, sun. The sun is really bright. I need to wear my sunglasses. J, n, jun. J, b, jub. G, b, gub. How are you doing so far? I hope you're following along. B, nub. G, nug. G, rug. Real words, so you should have a thumbs up. A rug is what's on the ground that's really soft. Almost done. X, rux. X, wux. All right, we're all done with that. Now we're going to practice some of our word families with the letter U. We have U, G, G, ugh. Say it with me. Ugh. UG says ugh. UG says ugh. Good. So now, when we read this only makes one sound. We don't need to sound out the U and the G separately because we know together they say ugh. So we might move this letter up here. And I'll put my dot there to help us. Ugh. Hug. Let's try another letter. Ugh. Mug. Ugh. Tug. Ugh. Bug. Ugh. Rug. Now we're going to try this word family. U-T, T, ut. Say it with me. U-T says ut. Ut. What does U-T say? Ut. So now when we sound it out, we only have to sound out the first letter and ut. Ut. Hut. Ut. Rut. Let's try another one. B. Ub. UB says ub. What does UB say? Ub. T. Ub. Tub. Ub. Rub. Thank you for following along.